What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is another podcast of Beyond Click and Cliff. This is a podcast type video where you can listen to in the background as you mow the yard, do whatever, go out and play basketball, work in the house, at work, doing whatever you're doing, driving in your car, and all that stuff. And just something for you to listen to. Maybe I can make you laugh, make you cry. I don't want to make you cry, but make you laugh, make you smile, and all that good stuff. And that's what I'm hoping. That's all I hope for out of these videos and these podcasts. Today, we're going to talk about an experience that I just went through here a little while back, a couple weeks ago. Guys, all my friends already know this story, and I'm going to go ahead and just let everybody else know now. Back in, I don't know, maybe I want to say about a year ago, we bought it. We bought this car off of an individual, and seems like it's been a money pit, and it it seemed like it was throwing some kind of sensor off, and we had to keep getting it fixed. It seemed like that car was in the shop every other week, and we had to change the time chain in it, and it's been crazy. And then of course we moved to this house, and therefore we had another issue with it, and we went to go get it inspected because in Arkansas you didn't have to get a car inspected if you didn't reach a certain price point, and usually we didn't pay that much for it. And and this is what I get for buying a used vehicle from an individual. I get it. I know it. I took a chance. We did it, and it failed. But we went to go get it inspected, and mind you, I just getting those sensors fixed and the new timing chain. I already spent almost almost $2,000 in all the cost already. And I already paid $5,000 for this car. Okay, I'll tell you how much I paid for it. And so let's do the math. 5,000 plus 2,000 is 7,000. I already got in this vehicle. Well, we had to go get it inspected. Like I said, because Arkansas didn't, you didn't have to have an inspection, but Missouri does, so you can license it up and be legal on the road. Well, we took it to the shop or whatever to get it inspected. I guess there's a lot of other things wrong with it. So, me being a dummy, I didn't go get a second opinion. I just don't fix it. Now we're at $1,200 in cost. So that's $8,200 that I've already put in this vehicle just to get it licensed. I'm like, geez, I think we're good, right? I think we're good. And finally, we can just go back to living our life. The car's a good car. I mean, it's nice. It's good looking. It does have, everything works. Worked in it at the time. Until it started leaking. We were losing water somewhere. We didn't know where it was. So we took it to the mechanic, and he kind of looked at me and said, your head gasket is leaking. You're leaking water into your motor. I'm like, oh. And I asked him how much that cost, and he said it's better off you put a new motor in it than repairing that, because this is going to cost you more. Because they had to take the motor out and basically rebuild the motor and put everything. It said it's probably easier just to get a new motor, put it in. My good grief! So, but they wouldn't do it. They couldn't. The mechanic I went to, this is more or less a tire shop and an inspection. They do minor stuff. They weren't like a big mechanic. They didn't do it. So me not knowing anybody in this town, I started looking at myself, calling around. Got this old boy, and he said, "I can do it for you." Okay, sweet. How much? He said, you just buy the motor, and he charged me $200 to put it in for labor. Deal. But me being a cheapskate, I learned my lesson on this, and I promise y'all. So I bought a used motor that's supposed to work fine, right? Well, that cost me $2,000. So we're already what, 8,000? So 7 or 8,000, 7, 8, 9. So we're almost at 10 grand on this used car that I bought. And I told my wife, we're not putting no more money into this. We're not. I can't. This is stupid. We can almost buy a new car. And I'll get to that. Just hold your little sweet nothings there, everybody. So I took it to this mechanic. A couple of days, you'll have it back. Sweet. He calls me back. He said, the motor that we got is making noises, and I don't want to let loose of you in that car with that noise, because you'll just be right back to square one. So he had to take that motor out, put another motor in. But wait, there's more. This mechanic, I do not know him. I should have looked at reviews, but I didn't, because I was just in a hurry. I want to get this done it's my wife's car. I have a truck, Ranger, that I did have, and it was a piece of junk. It was falling around. It was just a truck that you basically just drive around in town and not very far. Okay? And my wife's work, she travels a lot for her job. She's a traveling healthcare worker. And so she needed a dependable vehicle. And I knew that Ranger wasn't going to be dependable for long, and I know it ain't. The thing, I bought off the car lot in 2001, and it's just horrible. No air conditioner quit working, and we've been having 100 and some odd degree weather. It's just horrible. Because I thought it was just going to be a couple of days, and she said she could suffer with it for a couple of days until we get the car fixed. So we did, and that was in the at the end of May. Okay, into May. Keyword into May. Couple of days. And so June's here. A couple weeks, he calls me. So he said, give me about a week. Okay, we can deal with this. A week later, I call him up. Can't get a hold of him. So I go, well, he's busy. Another day went on. I called him. No answer. I'm like, what in the deal? So we went up there, and the doors was locked. Nobody was there. I'm like, okay. So the next day, I tried calling him. No answer. We get up there, and he told me he was in the hospital. Dang, that sucks. Okay, I get it. No wonder why you weren't here. You weren't feeling good. You were in the hospital. I totally get it for me with my health issues. But he said, I will get it done this week. I promise. I said, well, okay. I told him don't kill yourself over it. It's not worth it. No, I'll have it done. A couple days went by. That week went by, and I called him back up. No answer. I had to drive back up there, and I mean, now he had to take his wife to the doctor. Okay. I can see that. Okay. No problem. He said, but I will get it done this weekend. Okay. So Monday, we go back up there, me and my wife. Go back up there. And he said he didn't get it done. Okay. What seems to be the issue? Well, I broke a valve. I'm waiting for that part to come in. I said, okay. Well, that happens, I guess. And he said, it should be in today. We'll have you out tomorrow. So it's been like this the whole time. Finally, one day I walked in there and I said, you got the car done yet? And he looked at me. He said, no, I had to have cataract surgery. Like, for real? I can't stop man's health, okay? I get it. He got done with cataract surgery. He calls me up and says, I'm sorry, but I will be finishing it up tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And I'm getting a little ticked off. I'm getting a little irritated with this gentleman. because it seems like there's an excuse all the time, and I'm like, this is horrible. And as I'm making this video today, it is August 3rd, and I still ain't got my car back. He said he'll be done with it Monday. Well, we will see. I don't have no faith. I'm getting ticked off, and I've gotten a little bit irritated with him, and he knows it because I've kind of showed my butt to him. So, the other day, couldn't get a hold of him, and my truck just got done getting license ran up, and I had here in Missouri, you got to get it inspected. And it is not going to pass inspection. I mean, you have to put it in neutral to start it, and the emergency brakes don't work. It just rolls down the hill. So when you park, you gotta make sure you either chalk the wheels or it's on flat surfaces, and make sure it's not going to roll when you get out. And it's just horrible. So I knew it was going to pass inspection. I looked at the wife. I said, dude, I can't let you just drive that truck anywhere. It's just unsafe. This dude, I don't know about he's ever going to get it done. So me and the wife went to a car dealership. And I really thought this was going to be a bad experience too. Walked in there. First we looked at a Dodge Durango for, I forgot what year it was, but loved the car, but just too pricey for me. I just couldn't do that. And we found this Jeep Renegade, and my wife loved. Under 100,000 miles. It was 2020, the year. And I mean, everything worked on it. It drove smooth and good, and so we ended up buying that car. And I feel a little ease because at least I know she's going to have a dependable vehicle to drive. And yeah, I'm without a vehicle now, but which is fine because I traded that Ranger in. It didn't get very much, and I knew it wouldn't, and I was okay with what they offered me. So I traded that Ranger off and got this Jeep Renegade. So my wife now has a dependable vehicle. Well, and I just told the wife, I'll take the Explorer, and I'll use the Explorer if he ever gets it done, and just drive around town. And I like to go out fishing, so I might make it into a fishing rig and just. It's 4-wheel drive, so I figure I just put fishing poles and a mattress and some stuff in there to go fishing, and make that my fishing rig and a backup vehicle in case something happens. Hopefully it don't. It shouldn't happen, but in case it does. So hopefully I can make this negative turn into a positive. But yeah, that's been my experience with this vehicle crap. So sucks but now my wife has a dependable vehicle that she can go to work in and be safe in, and I have that mind that at least that's good. And now I've got an Explorer that I can just kind of drive around myself. Like I say, go to fishing rig and all that good stuff. Take it to the creek, go fishing in it, or do whatever I want in it. So that's the plan, and that's been my experience with this whole vehicle thing, and all in a nutshell. And so yeah, maybe not a very uplifting story, but hopefully I can make this negative into a positive, and that's what I'm hoping this story does. Guys, I think I'm gonna leave this with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Guys, be good to one another. Be nice. Do unto others that you want done to yourself. Pay it forward. Be somebody's light in somebody's darkest cloud. A little hello from you could make their day a whole lot better. Who knows? Guys, until the next one, bye-bye.